Hello, beautiful soul. Spirit is guiding me to share this message with you. I have to take my dog out for a walk, but Spirit was like, share this. So, it is about when I was in college. I had this beautiful, women come to me, and it was her first day of college, and she asked me, can I go and have lunch with her? And I declined because her hand was a little weird and she was dark in complexion. And then there was this friend of mine that I started to talk on social media when I was around 15. And that, yeah, so anyway, so this guy, when we met, and I didn't even look at him because he was short heighted and he had dark complexion, okay? Then after few years, I moved to another city, and this was the city that this women used to live in, like the same women who asked me if I can go have lunch with her, but I declined because I thought like, oh my god, she looks so weird, she has dark complexion, her hand is so weird and all of that. And then when I moved to that different city, and then I was in the same college and she was in, and I was just by myself and I was feeling very lonely, and I was again in the same position where I had judged her, like, because she was feeling nervous, it was her first day and she just wanted a company, but I declined. And now when I was in that situation, because I was in a new city, and I asked her, and she also couldn't, anyway, the purpose of, I don't know why Spirit Guide wanted me to share this with you, but also, like, in my home there has been like lot of emphasis on looks, how you look. So one day when when I was going through around at 22, when I was going through my spiritual awakening, I was becoming aware of lot of things, about my, like, that I did unconsciously previously in my life. And so these two incidents, plus like one time I also stole money from my friend's wallet, 500 rupees, like, I think it would be around how many dollars, I don't know, I think $4 or $5. No, not $4 or $5, yeah, whatever. So and all these incidents were coming up, and I was crying a lot. For a week I was just crying, like, why did I do that, how could I do that, what did I do, how can I be so, I'm such a disgusting person, I'm such a mean person. And I was crying a lot throughout the week, like my heart, because my heart was opening up. So, and what I did was not loving, right? So I was just like, I was doing like that, I was doing like that a lot, and I cried so much that I literally, one day, I think, yeah, after, I think, last day of the week, I just like went like into such shame and guilt that I was just like about to faint or something, okay? Then I had this experience of this voice speaking to me. It was higher self, you can call it God, you can call it whatever. And that voice, when it came to me, I felt some, because I was just about to faint, or I don't know if I was about to die or whatever, out of guilt. Guilt and shame can have a lot of effect, on us. So that when that voice came to me, I felt like bit lighter in my body, and it showed me like why I acted actually that way, which is because when I was growing up, there was lot of judgment happening. Like everybody is bitching about, like, oh my god, that guy is so short, that girl is so short, that girl is so. Bring magic in your life with my magic paintings. This painting says, dearest God, dearest mother, thank you for guiding me. Thank you for leading my way. When you live around this painting, the way you start to move in this world very bravely, confidently, courageously, you would find yourself becoming most braver, bolder, confident version of yourself, and it's just so much divine guidance and peaceful energies into your life. Super powerful. Super, super. You can't miss the magic. You can't. I'm telling you, you cannot. Okay. Also, you can hire me and I will channel a customized magic painting uniquely for you. A painting that will bring lot of success, high vibrations, good energies, power, love, and like sacred, peaceful, pure energies into your life. It's so powerful. And dark, that girl, they look like that, they look like that, all of those things were going on. Plus my mother, it's a pattern, it's not a pattern, but it's like a deep dense, what do we say, not ritual, what do we say when something has been, in Hindi it is known as pratha, but I don't know what's the English of it, like something that has been happening throughout, you know uh, just like, it's a ritual. Christmas is a ritual, so it's like that. This, like, in women in my lineage are very, they put themselves down, on a such deep level that their self-talk would be so bad about themselves. And I saw my mother hating on her body so much, and she was fat. And my father would also look at her like, oh my god, she's so fat, and whenever they both are outside walking, so he will always walk like ahead and she will walk behind, because he didn't want it to be seen with her, because she's fat and short and dark complexion. And so subconsciously I learned that. Plus, not why my father also did that, because that was happening to him. He was told that if only you look good, you are, that you are, you only that he, that kind of behavior was also happening with him as a child, all throughout his life. So yeah, anyway, so when I grew up seeing all of this, I learned that behavior, I learned racism, I learned to judge people on the basis of their financial structure, on their complexion, on their height, and forget about people. I started to judge myself. I was judging, because any pain that anybody causes on other people, they are first causing it to themselves. So I was isolating. I thought like, oh my god, I'm not rich enough to make friends, I am not taller enough to have like a partner, or I am not beautiful enough, or just like I'm not enough to have partner or friends. So I never had deeper friendships or a relationship. Anyway, that day, when that voice came to me, it showed me that it wasn't my fault. So that started to heal that shame and guilt. And I am not that person who would, in fact, I'm very different person now. I feel like when you talk to somebody, it's like, it's very, people have, yeah, what we demand. Anyway, what I demand from people, like, of course we should have boundaries. Like, okay, I want somebody who take care of their health, I want somebody who is, I want friends in my life who are loving on themselves, who have self-loving habits. We should know that. But like, we have to retrain ourselves. We have been trained to, and beauty is very healing. It's like when you see a beautiful flower, it really calms you. It brings you wonder. When we see beautiful outfit, when I see beautiful outfits and colors, it's really beautiful, and I am not denying that beauty, that experience of beauty that we are blessed with when we go to, like, some, like Taj Mahal or some beautiful mosque, because I have heard that mosque, or like all these temples, and they have beautiful infrastructure, that being around that, it does something to us, because they are, yeah, I had this friend talking to me, and she was explaining it really well, that how these places have perfect geometry, and it's good for our bodies. And also in nature there is so much beauty, and we love it. But we should also, when we are talking to somebody, that's like what kind of beliefs they have, what kind of habits they have, what kind of, strength they have. That's what makes people beautiful, really, and I have been training myself to look at other people in that way, like, not completely, yeah. Anyway, like, if someone, there is somebody who has not taken shower for 10-14 days, you know and we just constantly judge them, like, disgusting human, I don't even want to look at them. Why? They might not have taken shower because they grew up in, like, very like a very destable home, wherein there was no money, no food, and there was no, their mother was not, their mother was not practicing self care, and they were neglected. A lot of the time, when people don't have self caring ritual, they are not taking shower, they are not cleaning their homes, they are not doing all of, they are not eating on time, and all of these things, it comes from neglect. They went through neglect in their life. So this human being that we judge as, like, so bad and disgusting, and don't even look in their direction, they actually just, it's that they're going through a big stuff, they are going through a big stuff. So I think it's very necessary. I'm also learning how to create more safer world for all human beings, you know and how to set proper boundaries as well, and what's right, what's not right. I'm also learning, but I think we have to, yeah, smile does a lot. Looking at other people and just smiling at them, it's powerful, because so many people, they feel like nobody even looks at them, yeah. Anyway, guys, if you are like, I shared what I shared just to make a point home, not for you to judge me in any way. I only want people in my life, people who are the eyes that are on me, the people who are watching me, listening me, to look at me and think of me in a very compassionate manner, to send me just good and loving energy. Yeah. Book a one-on-one intuitive guidance session with me. I think this is, this, if you see this over here, it's like I dropped water, that's why this is wet over here. Anyway, book a one-on-one intuitive guidance session with me for intuitive guidance, psychic guidance, spiritual guidance, and get into my 1 month of mentorship and 3 months of mentorship. If you want to work, like, on your unworthiness wound, on these, patterns that are not supporting you anymore in living a peaceful life, and like shame, regret, and emotions, unprocessed emotions, unprocessed feelings, and baggage from the past. You need a safe space to process. Let me help you, let me support you, let me guide you. And also, like, limiting beliefs. If you have a lot of limiting beliefs, like, I'm not good enough, I am not gifted enough, I don't have anything to offer to the world, I am not creative enough, or low self-confidence, work with me, and I will reveal the magic that you are, okay? The magic that you are. Ta-da! Yay!